Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the world of Yoga Enchantress. I am so filled with joy to have you back here on my channel. I wanted to do this particular flow specifically for all of my goddesses, queens, all of my beautiful women. I have been practicing yoga since about 2016, and the way that I started was with Ashtanga yoga, some power yoga, and honestly, even when I did my teacher training in India, it was Ashtanga and Hatha based. But as I've developed my own practice and my own understanding of what yoga is for me, and also as I have traversed my own well-being journey to heal and to feel most whole and like my most authentic and true self, I've found a deep relationship and a deep connection with the divine feminine that needed to be awakened. And so my yoga practice and also the way that I teach began to develop over the years, and I decided to call it Enchanted Flow, which if you've been following me, you've heard that before. What is Enchanted Flow? What does that mean? Well, Enchanted Flow is really just a fusion of different yoga styles, and how can we soften them, or how can we make them more feminine and more accessible to women? The practices that we know and the different lineages of yoga are, for the most part, pretty rigid and very much so in the masculine and in the yang. I don't want us to feel like we can't be in our yang, because of course this is about the duality, but how can we make the yang more feminine and more accessible for our bodies, for our moods, for our energies, for our vibrations? So Enchanted Flow gives a lot more freedom. The moves are softer. You are building heat. You are building that Shakti energy, that fire, but it's in a way that feels more inviting, and it feels like warm and full. Also, of course, there's always space and room for freestyle. I fuse in dance into my Enchanted Flow. We do some holding, and it's definitely connected to deep breath work. So each movement goes with the breath, and we're taking full deep breaths, and then we exhaling completely. And also there's mudras and locks. So of course I'm doing a lot of Yoni Mudra, which is the basic one is just here where you touch the index finger and the thumb fingers together and you point them facing down. Or you can do a little bit more advanced where you interlace your fingers, point the index finger and the thumbs together and open them up, and it looks like a beautiful yoni. And I invite in vaginal root lock or root lock, but for the sake of staying in the feminine, it's called vaginal root lock, where you are squeezing your vaginal walls, lifting the pelvic floor, squeezing and lifting up, drawing that energy up and into the heart, leading to the heart. A lot of the poses, a lot of the cues are with an invitation to open your heart, because the divine feminine and our beautiful feminine energy requires us to lead through our hearts. Our heart space is where we feel the most full, where we experience our emotion, our joy. And when our hearts are closed off, we are not in our true essence. But even when the heart is closed, through breath work, through guidance, you can start to open it up. And one of my other favorite mudras is lotus, where the pinky finger and the thumb fingers touch. The base of the palms touch and the fingers are stretched wide. So this is another one, especially if you're going over the head, it's like a crown. So for this flow, I want us to relax, let your hair down, wear as little clothes as feels good for you. Grab something, some tea, some fruits. Feel good to take a stop and a break to eat and drink and be full with your energy. If you have any sort of sage or anything that you like to burn, just to set an intention for your practice, this is your invitation. And go ahead and make sure you circle yourself in this energy and what you're trying to invoke. And allow yourself to feel open, to feel soft, to feel connected to your beautiful divine energy. It is okay to be soft. It's okay to feel. It's okay to just be free with yourself. What makes you feel like you. One of my things is a feather, just to spread that energy and feel connected to my divine essence. If you don't have a feather, your hands will do. Start connecting to your breath, connecting to your body, the senses that you're experiencing. Enchanted flows are all about feeling, not really thinking, not even doing, just being. How do you feel as a being in your feminine? There's a deep mind-body connection, a deep mind-body-breath connection. This feeling of harmony with the mind, the body, the breath, this is what we're trying to engage here. When you're ready, finding a comfortable seat. Sitting in a way that makes you feel like you are rooted into the earth and that your spine is long and growing up and through to the crown of your head. Feeling that energy, feel your womb space. If you'd like, you can place your right hand on the womb and take your left hand, if it feels good, and place it on the heart space. And begin to breathe into these spaces where you are connected. Breathing deeply in the belly, sending your breath into the womb. And then exhaling, sending the energy up into the heart space. From there, inhaling into the heart space. And then exhaling, breathing into your womb space. Sending that breath down. Keep going with that, inhaling into the womb. Exhaling, sending that energy up into the heart. Inhaling into the heart. Exhaling down into the womb. Your mouth can be open or closed, whatever feels good for you. Keep doing this a few more rounds, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Creating this vortex, this cycle of deep womb breathing, heart breathing, and enveloping yourself and building this energy, drawing it in. Breathing into the heart space. Exhaling into the womb space. Inhaling into the womb space. Exhaling into the heart space. Stay here. Stay in your heart. When you're ready, release your palms down. Allow the backs of the hands to rest on the thighs. You can allow your middle finger and your thumb finger to touch. Soften your brow space, your third eye space, the seat of your deep intuition and knowing. Soften your lips. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Allow your shoulders to be soft. Stack your hips and over your shoulders. Allow your spine to align. Begin to activate vaginal root lock, squeezing in and lifting up the pelvic floor and the vaginal walls. Feel your yoni feeling activated and powerful. The seat of where all of your light and your power is held. And then exhale, releasing their yoni root lock. Do a few more rounds of this, inhaling, activating yoni root lock or vaginal root lock. Breathing here, holding here. Feeling your power draw up into your core, maybe going up further into the heart, maybe even further up through the back of the spine. Maybe it goes even further as you continue to hold here. It goes into your third eye space. And then exhale, releasing it down, allowing that energy to draw down into your womb space and even further through into the earth. Connecting you to Mother Earth. As you inhale, pretend or imagine that you are drawing that energy up from Mother Earth. You are connecting your roots to Mother Earth, inhaling, activating that yoni root lock. And as you're holding here, sending that energy up through your core, further higher still through to your heart space. Staying soft everywhere else, but drawing that energy up a little bit further into the third eye. And as you're holding here, see can little flakes of that beautiful energy go up through the crown of your head. Reaching up into the divine, and as you exhale, feel that light drawing down from the crown of your head all the way down through the base of your existence. And reaching down into Mother Earth. Breathe here as you feel the fullness, the joy, the love of Mother Earth, of your divine self, and of the divine consciousness. Bring your hands to heart center, resting your thumbs on your heart space. Elbows soft, shoulders soft. Take a deep inhale, filling up. Exhale with the mouth open. Put a gentle smile on your face. And when you're ready, emerge. How are you feeling? Ready to flow? Meet me here on the mat as we get ready to build our energy through movement and breath connection. We will start this practice kneeling. I didn't mention a theme because I just want you to connect to the essence of your divine feminine energy and what that feels like and how that is individual to you, because it won't necessarily look like what I'm doing, and that's perfectly fine. I invite that. I want you to start to connect deeply with your inner knowing and how your body moves and how your breath flows and how that breath leads your movements, and also how it leads your moods, your vibrations, your energies, your feelings. So this practice is going to be about exploration, curiosity, and deep-seated love for the self. So on your knees, if it's very sensitive for you, you can place a blanket underneath or be under a soft surface to help support and cushion and soften the impact of a hard floor. From here, when you're ready, sweep your arms up overhead, glance up at your thumbs, draw your belly in, and then exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. I'm always going to invite you to close your eyes. I end up closing my eyes as well. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale. Down to the middle line. Keep going. Inhale. Drawing the belly in, and then exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. This time, when we come up, we're lifting the hips and standing on the knees. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hips down, arch the spine. Curl the spine. As you come down, bringing the hands to the womb space. Inhale. Palms touch. Exhale. Arching the spine, and then curl it again. Bringing the hands down through the womb space, tucking your chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. One last time. From here, with the spine curled and your hand resting just at your yoni point, maybe even your pinky finger and your fingers are sliding in between the crease where your thighs are. And just gently press on that. Press your weight into your pelvic bones. Press your arms into the pelvic bones. The chin goes to the chest as your spine is curled. Draw in and activate that yoni root lock. Breathe here. And then exhaling, letting it all out, emptying all out of your energy and out of your breath. And as you inhale, arch the spine, take the arms out, thumbs going towards the back of the room. Open your heart. Exhale, curl under, allowing the fingertips to touch as you draw that energy in. Breathe and press on the pelvic bone. Connect. And release as you breathe and open up. This is a gesture of giving and receiving. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, drawing that energy up, sweeping the arms all the way up overhead. The palms can touch if it feels accessible. Otherwise, the hands can be just slightly open, and whichever feels good. From here, exhale, cactus the elbows. Make gold posts out of your arms. And begin to bring your hands and draw them forward. You're going to take the right arm over the left and go for a beautiful bind here. Drawing the shoulders back and down, feeling a nice pull and release on the shoulder blades. If this is not accessible, you can always go from here, open the arms and hug yourself, whichever feels good for you. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead, cactusing the arms, arching the spine, breathing here. This time, really pull it in, drawing the left arm over the right, and go for the opposite side. Shoulders are back and down. Breathe. Inhale, arms up. Cactus the hands and go right arm over left this time. See how it feels. If you're here, or if you're just hugging yourself, see how it feels to arch the spine and send your elbows towards the heavens. Breathe. Dropping the head back. Exhale, keeping your head back or keeping your spine arched. Going for this cactus or goalpost hands, drawing that energy up and around, left arm over the right this time, and bringing the elbow up. And then exhale, staying there if it feels good, cactusing the elbows and then drawing your energy down, bringing your chin to the chest as you sweep your arms back and around. See where you can grasp. If you are in a bind here where you're grabbing your hands and your fingers can interlace, great. That's perfect for you. If that is not where you're at right now, you don't need to worry because we always have options. So you can just grab your elbows together. I will show you here. Or I'm giving you time now to grab a scarf. I always invite you to grab a scarf. You can grab a strap if you want, but a scarf is nice and soft, and just use it as a way to bind and hold yourself there. Wherever your variation is, draw your shoulders back and down, arch the spine, and look up into the third eye, exposing your throat chakra, giving you an opportunity to resolve any ways that you are not communicating effectively, or any ways as a woman you're not feeling heard. Breathe here. And as you open your heart, as you open your throat chakra, and as you open up and reveal your third eye to the consciousness and the divine energy, cosmic energy, feel your power being bathed all over you. Feel this light of knowing. Sweep the arms up overhead as you draw in and become neutralized in the spine. Palms touch. Exhale, bringing the hands down through the heart center. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. We're coming onto tabletop position on our hands and knees. Go ahead, since we've been sitting on our shins and kind of constricted in that space, you can allow the tops of your feet to be in the mat. And just tap your feet into the mat. Again, using some sort of cushion or blanket to soften the impact on your knees if you need it. And from there, you can tuck the toes underneath for now. Have the fingers nice spread wide. Shoulders and wrists are aligned. Hips and knees are aligned. And start to shift your weight side to side, from right to left. You can arch your spine if it feels good for you. Stay connected with your breath. Allow each movement to lead your breath. Allow each breath to lead your movement, or whichever feels good. Just breathe and move. From here, start to send your weight and your hips towards your heels. Walk your arms forward. Reach as far as you can, get some lengthening in the side body, then exhale, try to draw your hips closer to your heels and drop your head onto the mat if it feels good for you. If you need to place something underneath your head for it to feel more comfortable and more accessible, you have the time to do that now. Breathe. Once you find your still place, start to push your palms away from your body, like you're trying to draw your palms towards the front of the mat, or push so you can get some resistance, and see if your heels can, your hip bones can go deeper into the heels. Breathe here. Hopefully your knees are wide so you allow space for your body to help you sink a little bit further. And here I want us to explore deep belly breaths, filling up in the belly, maybe activating, if it feels good for you, that vaginal root lock. And from here, press your palms into the mat, curl your spine under, tuck your pelvis, draw that energy up. You're coming up into cat pose. Walk your hands in if you need to make help you have that deep alignment with the shoulders and the wrist in alignment. Drop the belly, arch the spine, spread throughout the collarbones, closing your eyes, looking up into the third eye. Breathe here. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We stay here. Release the feet, the toes, allow the tops of your feet to hit the mat if it feels good for you. And start to draw your energy forward, lowering your hips, See how it feels to go and drop your belly. If you need to walk your hands forward, you can. And then having your feet out, your feet are going to be wide. And then exhale, bending the elbows, lowering down slowly like a snake, allowing the spine and to guide your movement down. Allowing your chest to come slowly, and then your head rests. You can take your arms and bring them down along the side of your body. From here, gently press your pelvis into the mat to help you get some pressure there. Breathe. And then, as you are ready, draw your fingers and your hands along the floor. Flip the palms over. Frame your chest. You're going to have your hands about 90 degrees with the elbows. Just about. Now, you can stay here with the palms into the mat, or you can lift the palms and activate the fingertips for spider hands or cupcake hands, whatever, because you know how you grab a cupcake. From here, take a deep inhale, lifting and pressing your pelvis or your pubis into the mat. Now, if you want to have something cushioning you there, that's fine. And then lifting up into the fingertips. Try not to squeeze the glutes. That can add some pressure on the lower spine. Just press your legs into the mat, press your pelvis into the mat. Exhale, roll down. Again, if you want to keep your palms in the mat, that's okay. Take a deep inhale, lift up, and then exhale. Your choice, inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. One last time. We hold here. Soft shoulders, looking into the third eye with your eyes closed. Pressing your pubis into the mat. Breathe. And then exhale, lower down. Relax your hands in goalposts or slightly in a diamond shape. You can rest your cheek down if it feels good. From here, framing your chest, tucking the toes under, and coming back into tabletop position and taking yourself right back to that pose we started with when we started this particular part of the flow. Pressing the mat away from you by pressing your palms into the mat and pushing it away. Curling the spine, drawing the energy up, and then arching the spine, walking the hands in. We're going to get ready to come to downward facing dog. Setting yourself up here. It's going to be a soft downward facing dog. You don't need to try to draw your heels into the mat. Who says? Anyway, tuck the toes. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sending your hips up. You can keep the knees soft here. Shift your weight from one heel to the other, one palm to the other. Breathe here. Looking at your toes. Take a deep inhale, lift the heels, arching your feet. And then exhale, curl the spine, draw the energy forward, coming into plank position. Breathe, keep the heels nice and high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more, exhale. From here, drop the knees to the mat, arch the spine, look up into the third eye as you draw your seat bones towards the heel, pushing the floor away. Breathe. Have this burst of energy as you inhale with the spine curled. Lift the knees back into plank position. Hips go towards the sky, heels are high. Breathe here. We're going to start to bend the knees and straighten them. You can look between your palms, bend the knees, keep the hips high and straighten. Breathe here. Exhale, plank pose, drop the hips, upward facing dog, sway here. Allow the knees to hit the mat, arch your spine, get ready for melting heart pose. The chin can be into the mat or the forehead, that's fine, whichever feels good for you. You can release your toes. And then exhale, curling the spine, keeping your forearms on the mat, lowering down, coming to Sphinx pose. Breathe. Shoulders are down, eyes are closed, chin are parallel to the floor. Lower down fully, framing your chest, tucking the toes, coming up into tabletop position, drawing your weight back into the heels, and then bursting up, coming into downward facing dog. Heels are high here. We're gonna roll forward, bend the knees and arch the spine, doing these beautiful spine rolls. Breathe. Few more. What are we doing? Keeping the heels high, drawing the weight forward, bending the knees, arching the spine, and pushing away. We've been preparing for these beautiful spine rolls. From here, with the knees bent, looking into the palms, start to walk your feet forward and just take one big step. Your feet are wide about the edge of the mat. Knees are bent. Fingertips are into the mat. If you can't reach it, grab something, blocks or anything like that to help bring the floor closer to you. Again, coming back to that root lock or that vaginal root lock. Activate that here. Knees are wide, giving space for your body. Breathe here. Take a deep inhale. Draw your energy up. And then exhale, arch the spine, bend the knees more. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to place your hands on the knees, you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. From here, taking your time, coming into Yogi Squat. Dropping your feet into a way that feels comfortable so that your hips can go down. And breathe here, taking your time, pressing the palms together. Breathe. Close your eyes. On a deep inhale, see how it feels to stay grounded and lift your arms up. Fingers spread nice and wide. Let me turn forward so you can see. And then exhale, pressing your weight into your palms as you lift your heels. And you can come into crow pose if that's part of your practice. Otherwise, we're keeping the heels nice and high and breathing here for a breath. And then exhale, lower down if you're in crow pose. Meet me here in this widened state of forward fold and a softened state of forward fold. Head hangs heavy here. Inhale, draw your energy up. Activate that Yoni root lock. Bringing your weight up here, stopping here, bringing your hands to Yoni Mudra. And then exhaling, arching the spine, drawing your hands along your thighs. Inhale, scooping that energy up. Bringing your hands to Yoni Mudra. Exhaling, drawing your hands down your thighs. One more time, inhale. Stay here as you exhale. This time, draw the energy up. Yoni Mudra, bring it all the way up. Take your hands when they reach the heart center, Allow them to cross over here. Elbows are down. Shoulders are soft. Take a deep inhale, sweep the palms up overhead. Come up high on the tippy toes by lifting your heels. And then exhale, lower down, fully squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one last time. Stay up high here. How long can you stay? Breathe. How are you feeling? Are you feeling your divine power, your beautiful divine feminine energy? Exhale, arch your spine. Slowly melt down. Pressing your palms onto the mat, lifting the heels, stepping back into a nice soft downward facing dog. Shifting your weight one side to the other. Breathe. Taking a deep inhale, taking the right leg up overhead. You can stack the hips, bend your knee so that your right heel goes towards your right seat bone. Keep the hips stacked. You can point and flex your feet. You can lift your heels, drop your heels of the standing leg, whichever feels good. From here, shift your weight forward, draw your right knee around, and come to Pigeon Pose, hanging out here. How are you feeling? Take a deep inhale, tuck the left toe or the back leg under. Press into both of your knees to try to neutralize your your hips, and then exhale, lower as you soften. Take a deep inhale here and proud, proud, proud pigeon or swan. Take the arms up overhead if it feels good. And then exhale, fold over. If your right hip is up off of the mat, or maybe you're here, that's okay. Just use a cushion or something to place it underneath your right seat bone. And then exhale, release and relax. Inhale, coming up, shift your weight into the right seat bone. Take your left leg, swing it all the way around. If you've done any of my other classes, you know this is one of my favorite things in the world to do. Go for a twist, sweep the right palm up overhead, and caress your left thigh. You can take your hand and place it on the sacrum. Breathe here. Look softly over your left shoulder. Take a deep inhale, grow the spine, and then exhale. Twist deeper. On an inhale, you're taking both arms up overhead, turning around, twisting, planting your palms into the mat, coming into downward facing dog here. Breathe. Take a deep inhale as you sweep the left leg up towards the sky, lifting the right heel. Bending the left knee as you bring it towards your left seat bone. Pointing the toes, flecking the toes, pointing and flexing, drawing the standing legs, heel towards the mat and away. From here, drawing that left knee around as you come forward and get ready for Pigeon Pose on the other side. Breathe. From here, pressing your weight into your palms, pressing your weight into both knees, making sure you have your right toes tucked under, lifting to help neutralize the spine or the hips and keep them going towards the front. And then exhale, lowering down, breathing here, releasing the right toe if it feels good for you. Again, if you're feeling like you're up a little bit higher or raised and you can't really find comfort here, you don't need to worry. Soften it out. Get the support you need. Grab a pillow, a block, cushion, anything. Place it underneath your seat bone, and then exhale, release. Take a deep inhale, arms up, and then exhale, fold over. Hang out here. Shifting your weight as you come up onto your left seat bone, swinging your right leg around and towards the front to cross over your left thigh. Take a deep inhale as you bring the left arm up overhead, drawing the right knee towards the chest. Relax and caress here on your right thigh. If you have a bind in your practice, go ahead. Just realize what we're doing here is not trying to force anything. We just want it to feel good and get the softness of the pose and see how we can settle into it, right? And breathe into it, find space there. Take a deep inhale, resting your right palm on the sacrum. Breathe here. Growing through the spine as you inhale and exhaling, twisting. Breathe. Closing your eyes if it feels good for you. Inhaling deeply, taking both arms up overhead, twisting the body, bringing the hands onto the mat, coming into downward facing dog, stepping into the space where we need it. Widen your stance, widen your fingers, widen your hands, widen your feet. From here, drawing forward into a widened plank pose, and then exhaling, arching the spine, drawing the heels towards the mat. Lifting the heels, coming forward to this widened plank, and then exhaling, arching the spine. So arching the spine, we're trying to get your tailbone to go towards the sky even more. From here, shifting your weight forward, going to the right side, drawing back and around, and then over to the left. One of my favorite Enchanted flow poses. Activating the core here. Staying here, going the opposite direction, going forward now. Staying here, keeping wide here, dropping the knees down, allowing the toes to touch. Come into this widened child pose here. Try to be as wide as feels good for you. You can widen your knees as much as comfortable. And try to lower your chest onto the mat. Hang out here. So I want us here to start activating Mula Bandha, but the Yoni Mula Bandha, but just start to do like some pulses with it as you breathe here. So your pulses and your breath don't need to match. You can keep deep breaths and quickening pulses if it feels good, or allow the pulsing or the squeezing, the activation of that lock to work for you for what you need. From here, draw your hands into the body. You can close your knees closer if it feels good for you. And then we're going to start doing some spine waves. Again, if you have some sensitivity in the knees, place a blanket underneath you to soften the impact. Drop your chin to the chest, arch your spine, and then drop your head back. Bring it forward, draw it back. From here, stay with your arms straight and resting on your knees. Arch the spine, drop the head back if it feels good. Otherwise, keep the spine arched and drop your chin to the chest, whichever feels most comfortable for you. Taking a few breaths here. Crawling forward, we're going to find our way onto our backs. So first, drop here onto your side and hang out for a breath. Take as many deep cleansing breaths as you need. And meet me on your back. From here, try to make sure your spine is nice and long. Your head, your chin is slightly tucked so that the back of your spine or the cervical spine can be nice and long. Feel your shoulders resting or relaxing onto the floor, melting even more. Walk your feet into your seat bones. You can have your feet about hip width apart or more, but no more, excuse me. Maybe the heels can go out slightly and the toes go in if that feels comfortable for you. From here, taking your arms and bringing them out nice and long, letting them rest wherever it feels comfortable for you. Dropping your knees over to the left side here, and then up and over to the right side. Keep breathing. Bring them back up. Take the right foot and cross it over to your left knee. From here, take a deep inhale. Exhale, take your right hand and press it into the thigh, the inner thigh of your right leg, and press your knee towards opening. Flex the right foot. From here, draw your right knee into the chest, nice and wide. See how it feels to grab the outer edge of your right foot and press your knee towards the earth. Keeping your knee bent for now, the left one. Then exhale, you can either stay here or draw and straighten your left leg. Breathe. Placing your left hand on the the pelvic bone to help keeping your hips down and rooted to the earth. Inhale, draw the left leg in and bring your right ankle on the right thigh once again, pressing it down. From here, release. Straighten your arms, press your palms into the mat, walk your heels towards your seat bones. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift the hips. Staying here, try not to squeeze or tighten your glutes. Keep them firm, but press into your feet. Activate the thighs. Breathe here. Lift, lift, lift your yoni towards the heavens. From here, take the inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. As you exhale, come into Yoni Mudra, keeping the hips high, resting your Yoni Mudra right at your womb space. Breathe here. Start to scoop. And then press your hips high. Arms go up overhead. Lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Take the hands down, draw the knees into the chest, knees wide. Exhale, lower down. We do this on the other side, allowing the hands to be where they are. Breathe. Cross the left ankle over to your right thigh or knee. Taking the left hand, pressing into your inner left thigh to help open up the hips, drawing the knee towards the back of the room. Breathe. Keep the left foot flexed. From here, drawing the left knee outwards and see how it feels to grab the outer edge of the left foot and draw your knee into the earth, keeping the right knee bent here. Breathe. From here, when you're ready, take the hand and place it on the pelvic bone and straighten the leg if it feels good for you. Find some release, ease, some openness. Inhale, drawing the leg back into bent knees, Taking a deep inhale, crossing the leg back over and pressing one last time. Releasing, pressing your feet into the mat. Taking a deep inhale, arms are long, palms into the mat. Inhale again, and then lift the hips on an exhale. Breathe here. Take a deep inhale as you draw your arms up overhead. And then exhale, go for Yoni Mudra, resting it on the womb space. And this time make circles, so not just scooping. You're going 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the other direction. Press the hips up high, breathe here. Inhale, arms go up overhead. Exhale, lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Sweep your arms up, knees wide, draw them into the chest. Point and flex. Come for happy baby. Grabbing the outer edge of your feet if it feels good. Or if you don't feel like you have the accessibility to grab your feet, you can always use a strap or a scarf and press. Grab them and put the scarf or the strap along the sole of your feet and pull down. Breathe. Feel your beautiful yoni open to the divine. Feel yourself feeling empowered here. And then exhale, soles of the feet touch. Draw your feet down, knees are wide. We're coming into butterfly pose, recline. Go ahead and activate Yoni Mudra here. A few activations of Yoni Mula, Bandha, or Yoni root lock. Breathe into the womb space. Breathe and feel yourself activating your beautiful intuitive power here. Connecting to the heart space. Connecting to the seat of your inner wisdom in the third eye. All of these things are connected and aligned. Breathe. From here, releasing. Staying there if it feels good for you, or coming into a beautiful relaxed Shavasana, grabbing any pillows, any blankets, or anything that you need to help soften any spaces. Maybe if you have a deep arch in your spine like I do, maybe you can put a pillow there. Maybe you can put a pillow underneath your knees. Find a comfortable space for you to relax. You are safe here. You are loved. You enjoyed this inquiry of your divine feminine energy and exploring movement, breath work that builds your beautiful energy, your Shakti power, your divine feminine essence. This deep connection to the breath and to the movement with acknowledging your womb space, acknowledging your grace and your power, your softness and your strength. Relax and settle into who you truly are. Stay here for as long as you need. Thank you for allowing me to guide you. Thank you for allowing yourself to show up. I send you peace, love, and divine, feminine, open, yoni power.